This is Chris Fast and Loose Console, and I'm here with Alan.
I'm his sidekick.
Whoa, partner, come on, buddy.
Partner.
Don't say sidekick.
I'm his Robin.
Yeah, you'll get to Nightwing someday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. We're all out of bubblegum.
I'm down to chew ass.
I didn't get any idol clues or any leads on idols last time, and so this time I'm like, I have to redeem myself. Last time I think they got put on the right direction because the front door sign like said something. Like staring down all the signs, like the ghost horse signs. Okay, alright. Last night, Carolyn and I found 4 pieces of what we think is an idol clue on the backs of various signs around the site. That's extremely casually see if there's something on my room. We have 10 numbers all in different colors. It sure as heck means something, and I literally can't say what it means. I am totally stumped by it.
First of our tribe. Carolyn, you wanna come sit and hang?
Oh, sorry. No, I just got distracted looking at my LinkedIn job alerts.
Oh. I think I'm doing a really good job of playing like a cooler social game. I think I've placed myself comfortably in the middle of my tribe. I'm trying to really like downplay my threat level. Mackenzie's a wild card though. If anyone's gonna ruin my game, it's gonna be her. So we'll see.
Emily and I were together when we saw the first one, like on the front door.
Yeah, we can get back to it. It's not going anywhere. I'm more concerned about covering as much ground as possible.
This morning, she essentially told everybody that I lied and that, you know, we didn't actually see it together, even though we had a whole conversation about it. So I don't know what's going on there. From my memory, she's looking, we were both there, she saw them too, and she was like, oh, I don't think that means anything, and then we went off in a different direction. So I hunted with her for a little bit, but I split off after that because I was like, I do think that means something, and I'm gonna like follow it.
Mackenzie, God love her. I wanted to give her a chance. She's one of the loveliest humans I know, but man, at Survivor, girl, you get cagey as hell. Right off the bat, she's like being sketchy while we were looking for idols. She's like, I have to go to the bathroom, and goes away. Like, that's a classic Survivor move, man. Of course I'm gonna think you're looking by yourself. She's like, no, I really had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, no, I really think you're lying to me. So anyway, everybody on our tribe's like, Mackenzie's out first.
She like told me to my face that I was lying. She was like, no, we didn't. Like, and like when Steven comes up, she was like, yeah, Mackenzie like says that we saw them together, but like that's not true. She's trying to put on like a very like tribe strong, like let's all find it together thing, but I actually think that she knows more about it maybe than like what the whole group does.
I'm gonna find the idol that's in the voting confessional. Last night when we went in to vote, I find a locked box. And on that locked box is a 3-digit lock. And I was like, all right, I'm looking for 3 numbers. 426 on the voting confessional. So I'm shooting my shot. I think 426 is the code to that box.
The odds are slim at this point of me finding it before anybody else because I cannot figure out what it means.
I think people are starting to catch on, but there's all these signs that are around the different parts in the area, and they all have numbers on them.
We've seen all the numbers behind the signs on the door.
There's all this talk of these codes hidden around the house. that everyone's been buzzing about this morning.
Is there any math maybe to the numbers?
Oh yeah, we think they might go to a box in tribal council.
I don't know.
What is it again?
426.
85.
And 85.
I feel like I'm gonna see like 3 colors together, and then we have to figure out what those numbers are, and then there's a lock.
My first instinct was that it's like some sort of phone number.
Oh, I'm throwing out a bunch of BS. I'm like, oh, there's 10 digits. It must be a phone number. No.
I think everyone else in the purple tribe has a mark on Mackenzie's back.
I thought about throwing this first challenge, booting Mackenzie, sitting myself first, and snatching me an idol.
Emily leaned over and asked if we should all just throw the challenge.
One, I don't like throwing challenges. I like playing the challenges. So I quickly was like, let's not do that the first challenge of the day because that'll make us look weak.
I mean, like throwing a challenge, I was like, what? But I guess that's something to do, so.
If we lose, you will not see me shedding tears because I'm gonna go get me an idol.
I don't necessarily agree with our choice, but it was between 2 names for me, and that's just the way it goes, I guess.
So now I think the 4 of us should go into team mode.
I'm voting with Chris. He said he wants to work with me. I'm good with working with him too.
The merge is close. And I think if we make it past merge, the 4 of us are a really, really good combination.
I need to figure out how to get a majority of numbers so I'm not next.
Here's my thought. If we lose, stop me out.
I generally would have preferred all 3 of you.
I know. That's why it sucks.
I just think we really need to win this one.
Yeah. I told Matt, I was like, I think you'll be on the job, like just jam. And he went, and then I was like, but I don't want that anymore. Right? And I think if we have to keep playing games, just 3 people, it's way better to be pretty cool. Yeah. Great. I'll check in with that. Great. Yeah.
And then past that, I don't know, because everyone's just like round.
New tribe, new me.
We're pretty tight.
Yeah.
Of fucking course, I have like something solid going on the other tribe, and then I get switched over immediately.
Hopefully we'll be good.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about the new tribe. I'm pretty trustworthy of Dale, and I think like she's working, I think.
We haven't explicitly said alliance, but we're pretty like tight.
Siegel and I felt pretty safe in our tribe. I don't feel like there's like an obvious next boot.
I know he's too, which is like kind of a double-edged sword.
Yeah. I need Eric on my side for sure.
Once we get to the merge, he just like goes ham. Like he's like the challenges, and he kind of gets to be like that threat to like win in that game.
I wanted to like make amends for last game, and one of the people I wanted to do that with was Eric.
Like once we start like, targeting each other, that's like
Yeah, and that's what we can't do.
I feel like we always end up like
It's like history repeats itself, and this is redemption. This is lost souls.
There you go.
We need to fix that.
He is the best chance for me to make it to the end, and I think I am the best chance for him to make it to the end. I don't think it should ever come to a head where people want us one or the other out, and if it does, we two are smart enough to figure out how to completely 180 that and put it on a third party.
Me and Dale, we're pretty trustworthy of each other on the other tribe. We voted like together.
And I do want to work with Dale because I think she was out too early last year, which I'm feeling a lot this year. I don't know if it's like you're getting older in Survivor, but now I'm like, how do I want them to do? Like, I don't want to vote them out. I feel guilty.
I, at this point, know about the idol in the next challenge. I have told Eric.
Oh my god!
Eric will try to convince the others to vote for me so that I'll play the idol. And then we can get one of the 2 of them out.
She's on my side, and she has an idol. Even if we go to rocks, it's just gonna be the odd man out on their end.
We are at the top 13. So congratulations, guys. Today's challenge is gonna be called Lecomte's Curse. What's gonna be is that 3 of you will be tied together. You will be blindfolded, and there will be 3 panels in this yard area. So someone is the caller guiding you through this. So you're gonna retrieve those panels, and then you're going to make your way to the other end of those cones. Once you've gotten all 3 to the other end of the cones, you will feel the numbers, you will call the numbers to the caller, and then the caller will use those 3 numbers to start unlocking the lock. In the bag are 3 cornhole bags. You will then use those cornhole bags and you'll throw it into your crate. Once you've landed all 3, you win the challenge. There are 2 winners to this challenge. 1 team is going to tribal council. This challenge is called Lecomp's Curse. It's for immunity. Survivors ready? Go!
Forward 6 paces! Right!
Oh, there is some chaos. 2 tribes are in the same spot. Oh no, it looks like they're tangled up. What are they doing? White is on the way to their second. All 3 tribes on the way to their second. White has one. And purple gets one. And pink gets one. This is a dead heat.
You got it, run! Run! Forward! Forward!
White, forward! There's so much shouting.
What?
Looks like White doesn't know where to go. Oh, Pink is already figuring out the panels. Pink is a lot farther along. It looks neck and neck with purple and white. Purple and white both have theirs. All 3 teams are now figuring out the numbers. Pink has a slight lead on purple and white. Maddie's off. Let's see if Maddie's right. And now Pink just has to wait. Maddie has told Chris. Hannah is off, which means purple was fast. Spirits and Specters have their locks. And now it looks like Dale has started on her lock. This challenge has been pretty neck and neck the whole time. Now it's just a matter of, can you open the locks? Oh, Chris has opened his bag. Chris has started to shoot.
Dale has opened her bag.
Dale's opened her bag. It looks like, and Will has his. This is so close. Chris has one. Purple has started throwing, and white has started throwing. We've got 1 for purple. We have 1 for red, 1 purple, 1 white. This could not be closer. Looks like all of them had a lucky first round, and now it's a little bit more difficult for all 3. Looks like the pressure could be getting to them. Dale gets a second one for white. Dale's got 1 left for white. The other 2 teams have 2 more left. Dale's so close. Dale having to run back and forth with just that final one. Chris gets a second. Will gets a second. We are 2, 2, 2. This is for the win. Will and Chris win immunity. Chosen One's tribe, you're going to tribal council.
Good job, good job.
Now, come over. White tribe, we got a decision for you to make. You're going to send 1 person from pink and 1 person from purple on a little adventure.
I think Chris is the one to send a pink for a disadvantage. So I think we do Chris for pink.
The 2 people that were chosen at the beginning. Yeah.
Fitting.
Yeah.
White, who are you sending?
We are sending Chris from the pink team and Will from the purple team.
Welcome to the Prisoner's Dilemma. You've been selected from the other tribe to play a game. In the voting box, there's 1 idol and 1 fake idol. One of you will walk out of here with the idol. The other will walk out of here with the fake idol. You 2 decide who gets what. If you cannot come to a decision, you both lose your votes at your next tribal council.
Very interesting.
So, the interesting thing is, that is the fake idol.
Got it.
And this is the real idol.
Here's my proposition. You did me a major solid by putting me on pink. I'll give you the idol if we can play a long game together. I don't think I need it. I'm not on the chopping block right now. I don't think so. And I have really strong alliances.
Yeah, there was just no way I wasn't going to get the real idol. I would have stonewalled my way out of that one. Yeah, and if you need it, let me know you think.
Okay. And if I lose the next competition, I maybe and I hear rumbles, I'm gonna come to you.
I'd rather be the one with it and then agreeing to give it to him than vice versa. And if we merge, I definitely plan on working with him. Okay, so what do we tell everybody else now?
That we were both given idols, and that we don't know which one's figured.
That's good. It didn't and still doesn't sit right with me. I think there was a better way to play it, to kind of bind ourselves to secrecy sort of thing.
You take this, I'll take this. I'll tell my pink boys that I don't know if it's gonna work if we play it or not.
I honestly couldn't like justify a different answer.
You feel good about that?
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Cool. Awesome. Game plan.
So at this point, I've told Jillian and I've told Steven. I saw that Eric had figured out like the next, what I presume is an idol clue by finding the numbers on the back of the ghost quarter sign. At this point, I'm wondering if we should just like open it up to the whole tribe and try and like troubleshoot together. So let me read it off real quick. I mean, it's hard to just like do it in your head if anybody wants to write it down.
Mackenzie went over all of the different information that she had found with the numbers and the colors and helping kind of like brainstorm.
I feel a lot more comforted now that she brought me in on what she knew about the signs. And the colors don't appear.
The colors don't appear.
Okay.
She definitely knows all the numbers now, but she didn't say anything about the colors, which makes me think that she had not made any progress on her own. We should do it now.
Okay.
I think I made a big mistake. Do it really fast, and I'm gonna start walking this way. Okay. I was like, maybe I can have a moment of goodwill with Emily, where I kind of be like, oh my gosh, I saw this happen, like let's discover this together. I told her I looked at the ghost sign. She was like, oh, what were the numbers on the back of it? But I had all the numbers, and I got them mixed up. I gave her the numbers for the voting confessional sign instead, and so she knows then that I had more of them than I let on, and so that was like very dumb of me.
This one's fucking 426. I already know that. I checked it yesterday. Girl, that one's 85. Nice try. What, now I'm supposed to, what does she think's gonna happen? I'm gonna check this and be like, you lied. Or, oh, it's all the same number.
So close. So many times. So close.
I know, you were up 2-1.
Obviously, it's not the way you want to end a challenge.
We're good. Caroline? Yeah. 100%. Here we go.
Congrats, you found an immunity idol. But it can only be played at the next 3 tribal councils. I have to play it on somebody else. Now I have to decide what to do with it.
She found an idol, but she can only play it on somebody else. We might be good, actually. Yeah, I think so. Who are they throwing out? Steven's saying that Carolyn says that like she wants you out. I don't know if she would feel comfortable just playing it on me. I feel very good with her, and I feel like she's telling the truth. Worst comes to worst, it's a 2-2 vote, and then it's a draw. Yeah, and if that's the case, if we're steady, then it would just be rocks at that point. I'm definitely ready to go.
Still good.
Yeah, still good. Usually, I feel crazy, like all over the place. So far in this game, I felt secure, but I am worried about that security. Right there now. Let's do it. This next one. Yeah. I do really trust Dale. She thinks it's Dale. And I want to trust Eric because I want to go with Eric as far as I can because I feel like we're good for each other's game. Shouldn't be thrown out. If it is, it's them right there doing it. I feel very strong with Dale. If Steven is not with us, but there's a chance that he actually votes Carolyn. I hope that's the case. That tie is like the people that tied. There's a chance that we go to rocks with the other 2 people, and it's a 50-50 chance. Yeah. We switch. I don't want to do that. I'm hoping that I'm not like being played, but I have my immunity idol in my pocket. Should I need it? I'm not afraid to yank that sucker out.
I think it's so cute.
Okay.
Steven says
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what you're trying?
Yeah. I don't know if I should trust them, but I do. She's telling me that y'all are talking about me, which makes sense, I guess. That she would tell me that, but I just don't know if that's true. It's me or her. And they're either lying to me or they're being truthful with, like, that's just kind of like the only 2 forks in the road. Like, neither of them are going anywhere.
I mean, when I'm with Steven, we are talking about you and Dale.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm assuming, like, when you're with,
oh, for sure,
like, Steven or when you're with Dale, you're talking about the 2 other people.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think that either of them would turn on each other because there's still challenges ahead and they're both really strong. But I think I'm strong too.
You should keep it. Yeah, but you don't.
I'm worried about the other two throwing 2 votes on either of us and then going to a draw. I can see that being the scenario. We can figure out, like, okay, if it's 3-1, Stephen's on our side, we trust him.
Yeah.
He voted with us, he can be honest. If it's 2-2, we called his bluff, and then now we know we can't trust him.
Yeah.
I'll either give it to Eric or see if I can play it on who I think it is. So we'll see.
Ah! Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it.
Welcome back to Tribal Council. I'm sorry to see you guys here. We're gonna go back around. Dale, when you were put on this tribe by the voted out ghosts, what was going through your head?
I think I was one of the people who was bringing Hannah's name around.
We're going from a tribe of 7 to now a tribe of 4 all of a sudden. So Eric, how's that affect the strategy going into a group this small?
Yeah, it really shrinks like the game down to only so many options that you can all talk about with all the people that are still left in your tribe. So with few options, you talk about every scenario with everybody and you get in your head a lot more.
So would you say you've thought through every case scenario of these 3 people going home?
Yes.
Do you think you've come out with the right one for you?
I think so, yeah. But again, with so few people, like you need to have faith in the majority, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 of us, so you need 3 people to actually get a vote.
So then Carolyn, coming into this tribe, do you think you're in a better or worse spot now than you were?
I think I'm in a worse spot, but also there were more people, like...
So do you feel like you don't have the numbers on this side? Or do you feel strong?
No, I feel okay.
And then Stephen, how are you feeling coming from your last group to this one?
You can't feel safe at this 4 because, like Eric said, you are going through every scenario. You're telling everyone a version of the truth.
And do you think that the truth that you think you have with 2 of the 3 other people is the truth?
Yeah.
So you're confident that it's not going to be you?
No. I'm trying to be optimistic, and I feel like after this vote, I'll know. The trust will be built after this vote. This shows me wholeheartedly, like, okay, what we have is real.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
I was also really excited to join this group of people and kind of didn't really anticipate a scenario of not winning the challenge because there were I felt like a good group for that in particular. I still feel good about the way we performed.
We were the chosen ones.
We were the chosen
You're the chosen ones. Now you're chosen for tribal. I know all of you have a little doubt, but does anyone feel like you might actually be the boot tonight? Okay, so it looks like we'll have a blind side regardless. I think I'm good to vote then.
It's a crazy vote.
We made a plan and then made a hard pivot, right before we went to tribal. And now I'm nervous that someone's gonna defect. I'm gonna go with what we decided last minute because I feel like it was a very firm, we're gonna do this. This could be my death sentence, I don't know.
This is insane and pulled to work with Eric because if he's here, I think we can dominate and overcome our past and make it pretty far with each other. Or he could have just written my name down. I'm making a decision. I'm voting for Carolyn.
If anyone has Nile they would like to play, now would be the time to do so. Okay. Once the votes are read, decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Stephen. We got 1 vote, Stephen. Carolyn. We got 1 vote, Carolyn, 1 vote, Stephen. Carolyn. That's 2 votes, Carolyn, 1 vote, Stephen. And 4th person voted out as survivor, Carolyn. I need you to bring up your torch. Carolyn, the tribe has spoken. With that, you have a 3. You all voted together. Let's see if it sticks. See you next round.
A little surprised to be here. I said when I came in to vote that we had made a hard pivot, right before we went to tribal. And we all said we're 100% in on this. And then Eric and Dale were lying. And that's pretty much what it was. I do think it was a mistake. I don't know, I feel like I've performed well this whole time, but I don't think it's been so shockingly well. There's we got to get her out before we merge. I'm interested to hear
from them later on if they're willing to share. You and the other 5 ghosts, will vote one of yourselves back into the game in a special ghost council. You will have 2 votes to cast. You can cast them for the same person or different people, but you cannot vote for yourself. What?